Art has long been a potent medium for communicating hidden messages, personal codes, and secret meanings in addition to beauty. Deeper insights into history, culture, and the artist's own views can be gained from the subtle symbols and hints used by the makers of many well-known masterpieces. Examining these hidden components enhances our comprehension and admiration of these famous pieces beyond their outward manifestation. Here are 10 hidden messages or secret meanings found in world-famous artworks. Number 10. The Last Supper. Through composition, character gestures, and subtly placed iconography, Leonardo's The Last Supper incorporates significant symbolism that goes beyond simple religious storytelling. The scene's divine quality is further supported by the Apostles' arrangement in 4 groups of 3, which alludes to the Christian idea of the Holy Trinity. Jesus is positioned in the center, creating a steady triangle that represents divinity, balance, and the personification of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Judas Iscariot is the only character who is not part of this harmony. His moral isolation is further reinforced by his leaning back and holding a tiny bag that is believed to be a representation of the 30 pieces of silver paid for betrayal. Unlike the other disciples, his profile is shaded and devoid of a halo, departing from conventional religious representations and emphasizing Leonardo's psychological understanding of human weakness. In a delicate devotional meditation, some researchers even suggest that the bread roll's placement on the table encodes a musical composition, creating a multisensory, secret creative element that connects sight and sound. Number 9. The creation of Adam. One of the most intriguing anatomical allegories in art history is hidden in Michelangelo's fresco on the Sistine Chapel ceiling. God is surrounded by a mysterious mandorla-shaped figure, an almond-shaped frame that, when examined closely mimics the gyri, sulci, and curves of a human brain. This implies a purposeful metaphor in which God's divine touch bestows human intellect, consciousness, and creative potential, the essence of divine inspiration and cognitive awakening, in addition to giving Adam's physical body life. The theory that the holy spark ignites the mind itself is further supported by the fact that the tiny clusters of angels encircling God function similarly to neurons. By elevating the act of creation from biological life, giving to bestowing the spark of genius and reason, Michelangelo achieves a stunning synthesis that, if viewers look beyond the present picture, rewards them with understanding. Number 8. Mona Lisa. The psychological complexity of the Mona Lisa, rather than its magnificent iconography, is what primarily draws people in. But this complexity also hides numerous subtle mysteries beneath the surface. Leonardo uses sfumato, a technique of fine shading, around her eyes and lips to create a smile that appears to alter depending on the viewer's point of view, implying a secret knowledge or dynamic emotional state. The possibility that Leonardo painted a different figure or conducted extensive experimentation before completing this mysterious picture has been suggested by scientific methods such as infrared reflectography, which have shown possible earlier layers beneath the painting, perhaps representing a voyage into the subconscious or the passage of life. The subtle atmospheric perspective with meandering roads and rivers in the background conjures up a mystical environment. The Mona Lisa is more than just a picture. It is a psychological mystery that asks viewers to reflect on the nature of perception, identity, and beauty itself because of its poised yet ambiguous expression, which enables endless interpretation. Number 7. The Ambassadors. A Renaissance masterwork, Holbein's The Ambassadors is packed with classical knowledge, diplomatic symbolism, and an iconic optical trick. The two men depicted are encircled by items that symbolize their academic pursuits, geography, music, and astronomy, signaling their learned rank and material dominance. The twisted skull in the painting's lower center, however, contains the most striking hidden message, a strong memento more a reminder of human mortality that undermines the earthly grandeur and transient nature of wealth. And learning represented above is revealed by this anamorphic image, which can only be properly identified when viewed from a sharp side angle. The deformed shape of the skull compels spectators to actively interact with the artwork, signifying that death is unavoidable for everyone, regardless of social standing. Renaissance philosophy's profound relationship between knowledge, pride, and humility. Before death is captured by this deft use of intellectual display and mortality, to remind viewers and us that all human accomplishment is transient. Number 6. Café Terrace at Night. Van Gogh's Café Terrace at Night is well known for its brilliant color scheme and avant-garde use of night lighting. Yet below it all is a convoluted web of symbolic allusions to Christian narrative and imagery. Similar to the 12 apostles in the Last Supper, the composition depicts 12 individuals seated around a table. A dark person on the left is suggested as a symbolic equivalent to Judas, suggesting themes of betrayal, sacrifice, or spiritual reflection in a contemporary metropolitan setting. This arrangement intentionally, or at least suggestively, echoes Da Vinci's masterwork. A straightforward café scene is transformed into a meditation on community, loneliness, and salvation through the integration of religious allegory and ordinary life, reflecting Van Gogh's own faith, which is characterized by struggle and the pursuit of serenity. Number 5. The Garden of Earthly Delights. Bosch's The Garden of Earthly Delights is a visually striking triptych that forewarns against moral degradation and human depravity through surreal and allegorical imagery. The scene of purity and heavenly order is placed in the left panel, which shows the immaculate Garden of Eden. To shock and inform viewers about the perils of gluttony, the scenes are painstakingly designed to depict many forms of immorality. The right panel emphasizes the inevitable divine vengeance that awaits sinners by depicting infernal punishments, hell, with tormented souls undergoing hideous torments inside a post-apocalyptic setting. Through intricate visual storytelling, Bosch's inventive visual language invites viewers to consider the spiritual ramifications of their earthly actions by fusing Christian moral teaching with a distinctive, terrifying portrayal of human frailty. Number 4. The Blue Room. Modern imaging methods like X-radiography and infrared reflectography have revealed the ghost of a concealed portrait beneath Picasso's The Blue Room-esque colorful exterior. This demonstrates that Picasso, whether out of discontent or perhaps as a part of his artistic discovery, painted over an earlier composition. By illustrating the development of Picasso's style and subject matter, this underlying image provides insight into his fluid creative process. Our comprehension of the artist's goals and difficulties is enhanced by these hidden layers, which show that works of art frequently contain untold prehistories, textual palimpsests, where ideas are tested, changed, or abandoned. Number 3. Caravaggio's Bacchus. Caravaggio skillfully dramatizes the corporeality and sensuality of the Roman deity of wine in Bacchus by employing chiaroscuro, or the contrast between light and shadow. Caravaggio surreptitiously incorporates a small self-portrait reflected on the polished wine jug that Bacchus is holding in the middle of this realistic portrayal. The artist's intimate presence within his work is marked by this self-insertion, which blurs the lines between subject, object, and observer. Number 2. Claude Monet's Wisteria. A painting of water lilies, one of Monet's most well-known motifs, is hidden beneath wisteria, according to scientific investigation, including X-ray imaging. This finding demonstrates Monet's techniques, which include recycling canvases and layering concepts, as well as his interest in how light and nature affect form and color. Number 1. Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel detail. An angel giving what looks to be a 14th century rendition of the middle finger gesture is one of Michelangelo's subtle yet provocative details among the many figures painted on the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Michelangelo's tense relationship with the Catholic Church hierarchy, particularly Pope Julius II, who commissioned a large portion of the chapel's adornment, but occasionally disagreed with the artist's temperament and vision, is reflected in this brazen, covert attack. This gesture, which was deftly hidden within a venerated religious framework to prevent criticism, offers a unique peek into Michelangelo's rebellious character. Beyond their obvious beauty, these works of art offer intriguing insights that can be discovered via close examination and study. They contain layers of symbolism, secret codes, personal messages, and social criticism. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.